So my journey was a little bit different. I think I did go into college studying hotel management. I went to a business school at the end of the day. We learned law, we learned economics, we learned management communication, we learned everything. But those skills have really come in handy today being an entrepreneur. The most important thing was about creating accessibility for more people and more education about wellness and how we can take care of ourselves better. I think prioritizing and doing things in the capacity you feel you can and giving it 100%, not like doing 50-50, but be there 100% in each different part of your life is important. If you can't do it.
So I'm so excited, Alekha, you're joining us on Win Voices and our very first episode on wellness. I know you studied at Cornell, Deloitte, from boardrooms to breath work. It's so exciting and we really need it. I think we all started understanding about it more so in the pandemic. Otherwise we all lead such rushed lives, no time for ourselves. And as you rightly said, when we were just talking earlier, like everybody came out frazzled, and when they went out, it was like they were a different person. So of course, I want to know more about your journey. And of course, we're going to include you on our Win conversations, either in Davos, Cannes, or New York. So in your own words, tell us about your journey with Waywell, which you started in your 20s as an entrepreneur, such a young entrepreneur.
Thank you so much, Shruti, for having me on Win Voices. I'm so excited to be here and share my story with you guys. So my journey was a little bit different. I think I did go into college studying hotel management. I went to a business school at the end of the day. We learned law, we learned economics, we learned management communication, we learned everything. But those skills have really come in handy today being an entrepreneur, I'll tell you that. But when I was working at Soho House, as we were just discussing, Shruti, people would come in for a wellness event that we put together. And they'd come in super frazzled, tired, angry with the city, angry with the traffic, and leave like a totally different person. Like the person who came was so frustrated and angry and impatient, and there were so many emotions coming out of that person. Like I could feel that energy. And they would leave like so calm, relaxed, just chilled, like a totally different human being that I saw 1 hour ago.
And that's how Waywell came about.
That's how the thoughts came about for sure, and that's how the seed was planted, and thought about it a lot. And of course, with a little bit of planning and organizing and structuring, Waywell was something that was born in my mind. And the idea was to make wellness more accessible, because I was working at Soho House, a small club in Bombay, right? And
I love the name Waywell, by the way.
Oh, thank you. So, when I was thinking about it, the most important thing was about creating accessibility for more people and more education about wellness and how we can take care of ourselves better. Because everybody will have their own personal wellness journey. I'm sure you have your own personal wellness journey. I have my own. I think everybody that wants to do something a little bit different. For you or for somebody else, it might be walking every day,
Yeah, no, I play pickleball.
Okay.
I swim. I've started Pilates.
Amazing.
But
so for you, it's different. Like it's more active. It's more movement.
Yeah, but I feel sometimes, when I'm in a different phase, and then you hear some of these really good podcasts, or something else, like those meditative music, it just relaxes me. So I think we all need it. Changes
mood for sure. It shifts it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's something very interesting about music and sound, but the frequencies of sound actually impact our brains very differently. So the waves of your brain change when you're listening to something nice and calming, and when you're around someone also who sounds nice and calming. Like people go for concerts, right? So why do you go for these concerts, different kind of music? Because it just impacts your brain differently. You might feel happier or excited or just in a really good mood. Or if you're for sound healing, for example, your brain waves change and you feel way more relaxed. You can let go of what's worrying you, bothering you. You can easily even fall asleep. And then you can wake up fully rejuvenated, and each cell in our body responds to it. Sound. So, when you're in that state, you wake up feeling totally refreshed if you fall asleep. If you're awake, you'll still feel it regardless.
But I love what you just said. I mean, I didn't hear about this earlier, but I must tell you, I have an 8-year-old. I used to listen to a lot of music when I was expecting.
Yeah.
And she plays the piano really well.
Amazing.
Yeah. So when you're now talking, I'm just trying to think about the waves and the sound waves, and it just came to my mind, and I was like, oh my God. And
you feel so much better when you're listening to your daughter
Yes,
play the piano.
yes. And neither neither my husband or me, we have a music background.
Yeah.
And I heard this award-winning pianist when I was in the United States a year back, Emily Bear, and she was playing the piano.
Amazing.
And I just told her my daughter plays, and she says, I hope you'll encourage her.
Yeah.
And because she says when they grow older and they're in middle school, it becomes more difficult.
Correct.
And I think it's just the best thing I did because, she just plays flawlessly. She's supposed to be in grade 2 of music, but she's already playing grade 5.
Amazing.
Amazing. So I think
and that can be very therapeutic.
That is very, yes, exactly.
So that's what I mean. I mean, wellness is different for everyone.
And you told me about your own childhood, and I want to talk about, where you said how, if you were ill and your mother would use the energy. So please tell us a bit about that and how it sort of impacts.
For sure. So when I was much younger and little girl, I guess, growing up, I think all of this was rooted in my childhood, just different kinds of wellness. My mom would literally heal me or my siblings as well, but when I have a stomachache, I always have a stomachache like every day, I think, almost. And I think today I understand I was psychosomatic, but back then I had no idea what I was dealing with, why I had these stomachaches. I was just like cry and feel bad, and I couldn't eat, and I would be forced to eat, and she would come and just like do a little bit of Reiki, which was a little bit of energy healing above my stomach, above my belly, and the solar plexus chakra. And I think today I understand all those things, but back then I had no idea that this was happening. I just felt better because my mom was with me and she was doing something. I don't know what it was, but I just instantly felt better, like lighter.
So energy is something which I also truly believe in. It's the energy level with which you're connected to the law of attraction. You are high on energy, you'll attract high energy people. You're low on energy, low energy. So you see, so that is something. And I think energy also has its way of sort of moving around, 100%. How you need to move your chakras, and that's 100%. Again energy.
Even negative energy doesn't, if it leaves you, right, or if you are feeling a little negative about something, energy, if you put something out there and you're not in a good space and someone's putting a negative energy on you, or you are doing it as such, energy doesn't break, it just transforms. And also what happens is when we do a lot of these wellness sessions, we are taught to let go of that negativity or let go of those negative vibrations that comes from somebody else or our own thoughts, right? We're not perfect, we could have bad thoughts and different thoughts as well, right? So the idea is to break it down, kind of let go, whether it's through breath work, whether it's through sound healing, whether it's through a meditation, let go of it and send that energy away into the earth. Let it get recycled. That's what they talk about, just letting go, pushing it away, but not onto somebody else.
Yeah,
just into the earth, because Mother Earth absorbs all the energy. It can recycle it, it can just change it. And instead of sending anything negative to anybody, it's better to just do whatever you need to let go of those thoughts and vibrations.
So now, as an entrepreneur, tell us a bit more about Waywell. And did you face any challenges setting up your own business and your own journey as an entrepreneur, since you started pretty young in your 20s? So please throw some light on that.
For sure. I mean, I think starting any business at any age is challenging, but I think this has really grown. Waywell has really grown over, it's been 3 years now exactly. I'm doing a little celebration for that, but it's really grown in the last couple of years, and I think that people have become a lot more aware of what the different wellness modalities and techniques that are out there. And like I said, it's different for everybody, what they choose to do and what they choose to kind of learn. But I think the challenges that I faced were more based on, I think they were my own limitations of knowing how many people I can reach. Can I get people to actually try certain different modalities to make themselves feel a little bit better? Or are they going to just do what they do? People are so stuck in their ways of thinking and doing, that it's not become a highly, like the sessions we do that are so different, some of them, it's not very much in high demand. It's still a little bit more like, okay, you know what, we'll try it and we'll see, we'll come next time. So there's a different kind of modality for everything. You know, you could be facing like a pain in your body, right? And it could be related to something totally
different,
like
mental or
emotionally, somewhere in your body. I have someone that does the most amazing, different kind of sound, you know, not just with the bowls and different instruments. He actually goes and dives deep into your body and understands where you're holding that pain. So is it your liver? Is it your spleen? Is it your gut? Is it your heart? Is it your lungs? So he can kind of read you with sound. Again, sound responds to, you can hear the sound, the difference in the sound. Like, is it distorted in that part of your body? And then he basically studies it and takes you
through
on
that
a
journey
to make yourself, like, to heal you basically through the different thoughts.
Got it.
Through, you know, different thoughts in your own mind.
And which opens up your block.
Which opens up a little bit of the blockages that are in your body.
Got it.
So it's not just through breathing, it's not just through meditation or affirmations or journaling. It's like you can really go in to know where in your body are you holding that pain or that anger or that grief. There's so much to it.
I know.
So,
and where all are you doing this?
Everywhere. So we partner with different locations. That's the beauty of what we do. We don't have one fixed space that we do it. I do it here in my own house, in my garden, the smaller sessions. We do things for Soho House, for Jolie's. We do things for different brands. We partner with different spaces, rent the spaces, and then do different.
And globally, have you done?
Events.
Have you done global?
I've done some in London, but just a few of them.
But we have to take it global. I mean, we Indians are known for that.
I think we must take it global. I think there's a lot of curiosity behind it, especially abroad. Here, people are kind of doing their own thing a little bit and learning and slowly spreading their wings to learn about the different modalities and doing it a little bit at a time. But abroad, I think it's more, there's a lot more curiosity behind it. But coming back to the question of challenges, I think challenge has been, it's still going on. It's about like just people being more open to receiving the different kind of things we can do for them.
Yeah, and I always feel challenges also opens up your mind to new opportunities.
Yeah, 100%.
So it was in the pandemic, like the Women Inspiring Network was born, you know, everybody was like so sad around us and that's the reason. So, you know, it's like women inspiring women, you know.
Amazing.
And
I love that.
So that's exactly the point. So it just sort of became something which kept us, my entire team, positive.
Amazing.
So I feel you have to face challenges because that's when you start thinking out of the box and you start
100%,
thinking about a solution.
Yeah.
And I wanted to sort of come back and just understand, like, so you've recently been married and you're this young entrepreneur. How do you balance everything? Like, you know, you have a personal life, you have a professional life. So how, like, what are those tips? If you can share some tips.
Definitely a question I have to ask myself every day. But I just do everything. I just have to. I mean, I'm a type person, my friends will say, like, you just have to do everything and be everywhere. And I've had to kind of prioritize now recently. And obviously work way well is very important, but my personal life is very important. Just been married like 2 months, that in that relationship is very important too. I think prioritizing and doing things in the capacity you feel you can and giving it 100%, not like doing 50-50, but doing be there 100% in each different part of your life is important. If you can't do it, it's better to say no than giving someone that hope that you'll make it for some event or some meeting or some. I mean, it's better just to like plan your day out a little bit more in terms of what is more important.
No, for me also, like I just have that me time. So I may start early, you finish your office work, and then, you know, you have that me time where I feel I just need to play a game or something, and then I need to spend some time.
Not take your work home, right?
Yes,
like
yes.
For me, it's different because I work at home. So I'll do everything I need to do at home in the office that I have here, which is in the other apartment which we have. But apart from that, I think when I go back, I really try and just disconnect. I do a little bit of breath work myself. I sit with my husband, I talk to him because I haven't seen him or spoken to him the entire day. So, that's important. And of course, my in-laws and my parents, I'll try and talk to them throughout the day and try and make dinner plans with everybody and come home or they come over. I think it's important, honestly, just to really prioritize what's important. And if you need a little bit of less sleep one day, then that's okay.
That's
catch
okay.
up on the weekend. I always feel that's okay. But I think prioritizing is the best way of doing it.
And tell us a bit, any of your immersive experiences with breath work which you've done, something which you could sort of connect with on a personal level, like, or you enjoyed it the most when you sort of...
Do you want to try something? You tell me how you feel.
Okay.
It's called box breathing.
Okay.
So it's very simple. It's very common. Have you tried it before?
Yes, like 4 and then 4 and 4 and 4.
So let's not do that one if you've done that. Have you done 4, 7, 8?
No.
Okay, so you breathe in for 4, you hold for 7, and you exhale for 8 with your mouth. So you want to try it?
Okay, together?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little bit shift.
Little bit shift. You can feel like, okay, that's a good tip.
You feel a little bit different.
Like little lighter.
It's a little bit to do with what you hold in your body, and it just helps you with the anxiety or whatever you feel in your body, because your body reacts first. Your mind doesn't. It's your body. So it's like, the fight or flight system, the sympathetic nervous system. Your body is always like ready to react.
Wow.
So I feel like we hold so much in our body, but we don't like connect to our brain sometimes, and we just need to just breathe sometimes and let go of what's being held in the body. In different parts. Do you do yoga at all?
A little bit. So I do a bit of aerial yoga. I have a trainer coming, so I stretch. But the days when he was a bit ill, and if I have not stretched for a couple of weeks, I can feel my entire body is really different. So when I do this, it really relaxes.
Because it's all about the breath.
Yeah.
It's not only about the movement. It's the connection of breath and the body.
Yeah. And everybody, I mean, of course, I don't want to tell here, maybe I'll tell you after we finish this, but everybody says that I look much younger than my age,
Amazing.
And I was pretty fit when I had my daughter.
Amazing.
So, so I feel fitness and a lot of other things you do, it really makes a lot of difference.
100%. I think yoga is something that actually is scientifically proven. It changes the brain.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen if you look it up online, it changes your brain basically. It really does, because it's all about breathing, it's all about, and then you end up taking those skills you learn in yoga off the mat. So it's on the mat, what you do is really important, and off the mat, the transition rather, of what you learn, taking it to the real world. So you learn more patience, you learn to be more calm, you learn to be more collected, cool, you can breathe when there's a situation and you're going to get a little bit upset about or angry or frustrated or whatever, and then you can handle life and handle situations better.
I think that's exactly what I was coming.
I was going to come back to one point. Sorry.
No, please go ahead.
If you do yoga and if you feel the hips, especially for women, it gets tighter. That's the point, that for women especially, you feel tighter here and heavier here. That's a little bit to do with feelings of guilt and sadness, and some women feel I couldn't do this with my child or my daughter or my son, and I'm working so much, or I'm not at home as much, or I'm only at home and I'm not out there living my life and my work life or my dream. So it's a little, that's just an example, but actually whatever you feel guilt wise, sadness wise, pain wise, it gets stuck here. So when you do yoga,
that opens it up so much more, like the butterfly pose, the pigeon pose. Yeah, so I love my stretches. I love the stretches because then I feel I'm back to my I'm rejuvenated.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's the best way of starting your day.
So yeah, thanks for that tip, because I really
tips.
no, and what you just said about the breath work, and
Yeah.
that was going to be my last question actually, because I see a lot of young people, and especially in my team, and I know like some of the tips which you said, of course we are going to take it back, and you know, like the 4-7-8 and the 4-4-4,
Yeah.
but you know, so I have noticed that a lot of young people, especially, like,
Yeah.
you know, in their 20s, they'll say mental health problems. Now, when I was in my 20s, I never thought that there was any. I mean, now that, you know, you know, you're married and I'm running 2 companies, I have a child, I feel I have like so much more, but I'm able to put different things in
Balance it out.
different,
Boxes or
but little boxes, or you know how to sort of deal with situations. But I see the young professionals in our country, especially people in their 20s.
Yeah.
So some tips I want you to leave, you know, like wellness tips, you know, like what is it that they should do? Because I really see mental health problem, this problem, and I'm like, their life has not even started.
It's really sad. It's become an issue. It's like its own pandemic.
Yes.
I have a nephew and a niece, and I think you never really know what's going on in their mind. Like, even if you're so close to them, you see them every day, and you have a daughter, right, who's very young still.
She's young, but I've been told like you have to keep her away from social media and phones and other things, you
I
know.
think it's better to keep them a little bit away from social media, because there's so much, there's just a lot of competition, I think, today, right? So it's just, I think one important tip, honestly, that I would give anybody watching, and what I would have given myself when I was younger, was to stay in your own lane and like just focus on what you're doing and take it a step at a time. That is the most important thing, because if you're going to sit out there and compare yourself to even your classmates,
It's not good.
She's doing this and she's doing that, and like whether it's sports and topping the class and best at homework and got a outspoken personality, all those things, that's okay. There are going to be certain students like that in everyone's class, right? But I think it's all about staying in your own, knowing what you can do, because you might be better, you might have a better skill than somebody else, and they might be looking at you and thinking the same thing. So it's very competitive, I think, and it's good to have
but everybody has to realize that your life is your own life, and you can't be enamored by someone else's life.
Just be in your own, know your own, and you will make your own skills or whatever
And
you have
on your own
stronger.
way in life.
You know, like you will make it stronger, better if you focus on your own stuff. If you're gonna focus on somebody else, you're not gonna be able to excel at what you could really excel at. So when I was a kid, when I was in school, I was really bad in school. I mean, how did I even go to Cornell? I didn't get the best grades. I had really bad very average SAT scores. I was like not that sporty. I was always a substitute. I was like the average kid in
So
school.
I was an average kid, and I don't think I've done that badly.
I don't think I've done that badly either, but it's like, it's not about what we think. It's not important to excel at everything. It's important to maybe excel at one thing.
Yes.
The one thing I was not even good at was art, and I took art as my 6th subject in school because we were in the ISC system, and I was not good at that either. But it was like, what am I going to be good at if I'm not good at anything in school? But I think it was honestly my determination, working really hard, just keeping my head down, working hard. And I was very social and personable. So for me, that was my skill that I kind of honed in on. And when I was in college, it got better because I was in hospitality school, and that became amazing. And then I really had to study to make things, in my life go better. But I think staying in your own lane and just focusing on what you do best and excelling in what what your skills will be, it kind of takes time, but it will blossom at the right time. And I think just being patient with yourself and not being too hard on yourself is also important. There's a lot of pressure externally, so there's no need for internal pressure. And I think I think that's a very good tip. Be in your own,
just be in your
own,
But thank you so much, Alekha. It was wonderful talking to you, and I'm sure we're going to inspire all our young listeners, and more of them are going to be coming and seeing your wellness, getting those experiences immersive, and maybe you should think of, I don't know if you have your own app or something, but you should think of getting into that, because you'll reach out a larger audience.
Thought of it, but it's not something I'm working on right now.
But maybe in the future, maybe in the future.
Yes. It was so nice talking to you.
Yeah, and thank you so much, and look forward
for me, and this was a good opportunity to connect.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.